Who else better to talk to than a familiar face and so long encouraged us to transform our homes ourselves? But there she is, Carol Smilie. Changing rooms, of course. I think no matter what you do, Carol, changing rooms will always be part of you. Yes. What have you been doing? Have you been doing things during this lockdown? And are you thinking, listen, it's a good time for people to start dusting off their drills?
I have been doing a little bit of DIY, but more from an upholstery point of view. I've done a couple of chairs. We've been painting around little bits and pieces that needed freshening up. But there's been some research done by International Wallpaper Week, which has been amazing because it's brought out the fact that there's a hike of 137% in wallpaper sales online only. And we don't have the DIY sheds open up here in Scotland yet, but I'm sure the figure is much higher when you take that into account. So yeah, we're all having a go, and I think with being locked down, there's nothing else to do, is there?
No, and in the beginning, Carol, of course, there was concern that people would start doing that and then get injured. You know, DIY does cause a lot of injuries, doesn't it? But of course, I think that fear of clogging up A&E has gone now a little bit. What tips do you have for complete novices who now think, right, I'm going to put up that shelf or I'm going to paint that headboard or whatever it may be?
So from a wallpaper point of view, I think most people are quite frightened of it because they don't feel they have the skills to do it. But thankfully, the wallpaper industry itself has come on leaps and bounds since the days that I did changing rooms. And now you actually paste the wall, not the paper. So it's a whole lot cleaner and easier. You paste the wall, stick the paper on, smooth it down, cut it at the bottom and repeat. And it really is as simple as that. There's no tables, no mess. And I think a lot of people find that it's really good for their mental well-being. They're doing it together as families, the way they're doing gardening and cooking. And it's been a really positive thing.
I feel this is almost a pitch for a new show, Carol. Is it interesting to you that actually when you were on changing rooms, it really did revolutionise how we all felt about our homes? It's so fascinating to look back now because now we just take it for granted.
Well, I think back then we didn't realise it at the time, but it was the first reality TV show of all of them. And we just thought it was having a bit of a laugh and doing a little bit of decorating. But actually people really bought into the idea of having a designer type home at a fraction of the cost and being able to do something themselves and not always have to wait for someone else to do it for them. So yeah, happy days. I don't think they'll ever come back because there was a naivety back then that there isn't now. But yeah, I do miss the team and all the kind of fun that we had back then.
And of course, the good thing is when you do it yourself, you've only got yourself to blame and not Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen or someone else. I suppose that's the advantage of doing it yourself. Carol, it is lovely to see you, smiling as ever, in name and in nature. Thank you so much for joining us on Lunchtime News.
Thank you.